Hey! So I'm coming in today really excited as I've decided to record this video just talking to you very honestly, very openly about my experience of the Beautiful You life coaching course. I'm gonna try to keep it quite short. There's a lot that I can say, so I've got a few notes in front of me. But bear with me as I try to keep this short and sweet and still share as much as I can. So I'm going to talk about why I specifically chose this course over others. I will talk about all the things that I love about it and the couple of things that I think could have been improved. And I will share the results that I've had, both during the course but also the 12 months after finishing. It's been now a year since I finished. And I will also very briefly talk to you about just the general sort of feeling that it's left me with. So, I come from a very academic background. I've studied psychology, I've done an undergraduate in psychology, I've done a master's in health psychology, I've done a postgraduate diploma in CBT, and lots of other things. And I've also worked with hundreds of people in just different roles that I've had. So it was quite an interesting decision personally for me to jump on the life coaching course. I did a lot of research, just looking for the right course, because I needed to know whether it would actually make sense for me, with a psychology background, to whether I would even need to do a coaching course. If you have any similar doubts, you're also welcome to contact me directly. But it is, let me tell you right now, it is very different, and I am beyond grateful that I decided to go for it and not simply rely on my psychology background. The skills, the tools, the techniques that you use as a coach are completely different to working in a psychology capacity. Of course, my background does help. It's by no means essential, and a lot of people do ask about this, so I want to let you know that there is absolutely no reason for you not to, be a coach or study as a coach if that's what you want. If you don't have any experience of, working with people, that's not an essential a requirement at all. So when I started researching, I realized that especially in Europe, I'm based in London in the UK, there's very much a focus on success coaching and business coaching. Coaching understandably started from, originated in companies and organizations, helping people with leadership, with organizational skills, all of that stuff. So coaching is very much directed there, along with all the courses that I could find. So it felt quite almost like a male-dominated field in Europe. It was quite important for me to try to find an in-person course. I looked a lot, and this was one of the reasons why I delayed signing up for Beautiful You, because it's delivered online, understandably, because it's Julie and the team are all in Australia. But as I couldn't find anything equivalent, I decided to go for Beautiful You. One of the main things that helped me was really Julie's background. So Julie does have a background in counseling, but also her experience and the ethos of setting up the course was it just rang so true for me, and it was really aligned to how I wanted to work. It also the course came with just raving feedback from coaches that I personally trust and admire, and that makes a huge difference, when you're trying to decide. And it's a huge commitment, and I highly recommend that you do your own research. But it really resonated to hear certain coaches that I feel are very much very much the style of coaching that I want to embody as well, I want to offer as well. It really helped me to have their opinion and their feedback. I also love the balance. So there was a balance in the, at least even before, before I signed up, before I actually started doing the course, I could sense there was a balance of heart in the course, but also brains and theory and structure and information that was going to be passed on. So I didn't, I was afraid of signing up for a course that might be a little too fluffy, for want of a better word, but also didn't want to go for the completely kind of, very structured, very success focused, as I said before. So I felt Beautiful You had the best of both worlds. I also love the duration. It didn't feel too short. There's some coaching programs that are a lot shorter, and other ones that perhaps you can do at your own pace, I believe, and therefore could span over a longer period of time. So for me, that period was manageable. It felt like I could commit and immerse myself into it without it being too short to feel like I have enough time to let everything integrate and absorb and have enough opportunity to practice skills. I felt there was quite a lot of just a beautiful way of talking about the course. This was just an added bonus, really, in the way that the whole course was marketed, the information that was out there, the website, like everything, the whole experience before starting the course was seamless for me. So that helped a lot in making the decision. It's just truly 100% professional. And for me, before I even decided to, offer a coaching a service on my website, I knew that the people that I wanted to learn from had to be professionals, and Beautiful You was totally 100% that. So, things I loved about it. I'm sure I'm going to forget some of the things, so I might put a few notes below if I forget, so bear with me. Number one, which is actually probably the first thing that you get before you even start the calls, are all the materials. So you get two massive folders like this. You can see that I still have loads of, what do they call, post-its, and they're just incredible. All the materials, the systems, the workbooks, the recordings, there's loads of interviews that provide so much information and also inspiration. Everything is so well organized. I felt very held throughout the course, mainly because I generally need quite a lot of structure to learn. I don't like to feel kind of boxed in, but I do want to know that things are organized and taken care of, and I felt that Julie and the team had done that very well. Everything was very well communicated. We had information on all the dates, all the times. Things didn't really change. Sometimes with courses like that, my experience is that some things shift, and that's fine, but I felt that decisions that were made were stuck to, and it was very clear why that things were done in a particular way, and it really helped me see how it's so important to be quite clear and have that clarity and professionalism around everything that you put out there as a business. In terms of the structure, I felt that it was a very nice flow. So you'll see, if you decide to go for this course, you'll see that there's a number of units, a number of lessons that you go through, and I felt that obviously one thing was building on from the other, and of course you could take it at your own pace, more or less, but it made so much sense once you've covered one unit. Everything was sort of building up from there. I think the main thing that really stuck with me is that this is above anything else, above and beyond anything else. It's a massive journey into yourself. And actually I was warned by quite a few people that this is the case, that this is a massive personal development journey and challenge. But I didn't quite realize it. I felt like I had done quite a lot of work on myself and had worked with a coach and a psychologist and, done loads of things. But actually working through the course, number one thing that I had to do was go back and look at myself and challenge a lot of beliefs and dig through a lot of stuff. And, in order to find out, for example, who you want to work with, what sort of coaching you want to do, understand the way that the coaching relationship is built and how to use coaching tools to really help someone grow. It's really comes back to you. It really comes back to you working on yourself, and is incredible. A word of warning: you might be tempted to avoid certain exercises, certain bits that feel too hard. Mindset stuff will come up. Definitely as a trainee coach, this was something that came up a lot for me. You will be called up on that. So Julie has this incredible capacity to just read people, even through Skype and not being able to see them. So do other people in the team, and also, peers, the amazing women that I studied with. People will tell you when you're kind of avoiding something, or where you're sort of hiding a little bit, playing small. And lovingly they will challenge you, and that is an amazing space to be in. Which brings me to the next point: the just beautifully open and supportive and just incredible community, sisterhood that's been created in this group. And it wasn't just the people that I studied with, but through the course I've been able to meet other coaches, past graduates, current trainees, and connect with people who really want to do something incredible in the world. And it's amazing how, still so many months on, I am meeting new people and still connecting with them. And we help each other, we, bounce ideas off each other. We're just there for each other for every single step of the way, with advice, with just sort of feedback and anything really, or just friendship, which is incredible. And bear in mind that this course is now pretty much global. As I said, I'm based in the UK, and I know that they're growing their European community a lot, and that is really, really exciting. So I've been able to meet people from all over the world, and that is something that I don't think you can put a price on. The final thing, which is probably not the last thing, but it's all I can remember right now, is really the personal touches that, Julie and the team just really infuse the course with. So there's just little things that you will notice throughout the course that just make it so much more personal, so much more special. And it just made my experience all that so much just, I've lost my words now, but it's made it significant. So the 6 months that I studied, and also, just a couple of months before and now still, I feel really connected, even though I'm so far away from the, the basis of the course, or the base rather of the course and the team. And I feel that's an incredible testimonial to the very strong belief that Julie and the team have in what they offer, the way that they work, the way they connect with each trainee and each graduate, and the incredible power of community that's been created in Beautiful You. There's just really one thing that I feel could have been improved. Not could have been improved, actually. I would have, as I said at the beginning, the thing that I was missing and the thing that I really wanted was an in-person aspect of the course. And obviously that's not possible with an online course. Obviously we had the regular Skype calls, most of which I could attend, some of which I had to not, I had to miss, unfortunately. But I still wanted, that's just the way that I learn and connect in person. And this is now, you know, being, I guess, in a way addressed. It meets my need, absolutely. So the team have created these inspiration days. I believe they're 3 times a year. I will check again and put the information below. Where the current trainees and graduates of each course can meet and connect and learn, and there's incredible speakers. And I haven't been able to attend because they've been in Australia and other parts of the world that I couldn't travel to. But it's something that I will prioritize and do, and once I do, I know that this will be an incredible experience. And I feel that it would give me that aspect of meeting and just connecting on that level as well. So finally, the results that I can share. So first of all, I finished the course believing in myself. So having the confidence to go out there and say, hey, I'm a coach, this is what I do, this is who I work with. And that is a big thing, a very big thing, because I do know that a lot of people would love to do this work, but they're afraid, and I certainly was. And it took me a long time to be able to even recognize the fear for what it was. And the course, you know, the big journey into myself, the exploration that I did throughout the course with the support of the team and the materials, it really helped me just put things into perspective. And because I learned, I mean, obviously I didn't mention that, but the amount of information that I learned and the tools that I've gained and the very, very practical aspect of the course of how to work with someone, the experience that you gain while doing the course, coaching experience, I mean, you work with a buddy, you work with your colleagues, you work with some pro bono clients if you wish. So before you even finish, you've had the experience of coaching if you've never had it before. And that's incredible. So for me, it was really amazing that I ended the course and I had already started working with some clients. I felt very excited to do that, but I also found it very positive that we were encouraged to work through the first few modules before even considering starting. And I think that's so important and so helpful, because people get too excited, but perhaps they're not ready to jump in, and therefore the team suggests that you do start with some foundational modules before you start working with people, unless you're doing that already, I think. Sorry, very loud motorbike outside. So because of the course, for the past over a year, I've been doing work that I love. I left my job confidently with the skills to be able to offer something that I know is useful and needed. I was also able to find a way to combine my background both with coaching but also with my yoga training and my meditation experience, so that I could offer something that's unique and supports people on a level that I feel is important and on a level that I feel I can offer. So the course really supports you to find what your strengths are as a coach. A big win for me was being a finalist for the Beautiful You Awards for the event workshop of the year, and that was for my Bliss sessions, a very, an event that I've been running for a while now, and the course just helped me to improve it by a million. I found out who exactly my Bliss sessions were aimed at, who they would benefit, what I wanted to offer. I was able to bring in some coaching aspects which were not there before. It was much more focused on yoga before, and it was just such a big honor to be part of the finalists and to be recognized really for offering this sort of workshop again so far away. And I think the final and one of the biggest things is feeling part of this large community of people who are doing such important work in the world. I feel like the coaches that graduate from Beautiful You are actually offering they're offering services that are not only serving people on a level that is so needed, at the moment with everything that we're going through, but they're doing business with heart, with authenticity, with transparency, and so much soul. And it's such a refreshing way to be in business. And I'm very new in having my own business, in building my own business. So learning from Julie and the team and other very experienced coaches that are showing us really how to do this both in your own way and honoring your heart, your intuition, and being able to say, this is what I can offer, and I'm very passionate about it. It's just so amazing. It's a beautiful experience. I'm extremely grateful for having done it, for having completed the course, having gone through it, for having connected with all these incredible women, and still being part of the family, really. I feel that even once you graduate, you're still so very much connected, and I feel so welcomed, even being relatively far away from the people in Australia. As I said, the community in Europe and our side of the world is growing. So overall, I'd very, very highly recommend the course. I feel like I haven't found another course, and I have looked. Of course, I haven't completed another course, so this is the only thing I can really comment on. But I feel that this has just really changed the game, despite me having a lot of experience working with people before. So I hope this is useful. I'm going to put some information about the course, just practical information about the course and where to find out more, details about the dates and all of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I will put information on a particular offer that I currently have for the people that decide to join the course and sign up through me. And even if you just have questions and want to just chat to me, feel free to send me an email, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!